Tariq is finally out the way. Taylor is finally out the way. Yes, this means it might be some hope for Greg and Janine. This is Recap with May's two thoughts on episode 2 of Abbott Elementary. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video of a recap with May. And in today's video, we gonna get into episode 2 of season 2 of Abbott Elementary. But before we get into that, if you could subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so if you could help me do that, I promise you this will be a fun time. Now let's get into my two thoughts. Now let me just say, Barbara mixing up the white actors with black actors is just hilarious. And for a few of them, I didn't know who she was talking about, but the James Earl Jones ones and Tommy Jones, like Tommy Lee, yeah, it was just hilarious. And that had to be one of the best, funniest cold openers of the season so far. But we start off with the teachers getting this delivery of books, and they're like, oh my gosh, new books. Come to find out, it is for the charter school that's up the road that they mentioned in last week's episode. So apparently, this charter school open took a lot of the third graders that had really, really high test scores and kind of leaves the one teacher, Melissa, to have a split of third and second graders, or is third and fourth graders? I can't remember which one, but she basically got to do what she got to do. And they go to drop the books off to the charter school. Come to find out, it is nice. And I mean nice. They got fresh paint, the lights all work, everything smells good, and they got a younger Mr. Johnson. But I had to ask myself, is it really that better in charter schools versus public schools? Because I mean, on the outside, it looks like everything is great. They have a computer lab. The building seems to be in better condition. But it does seem like teachers at Abbott Elementary, they do care a little bit more. It was really funny to see the teacher that was originally at Abbott Elementary for, she got kicked out for kicking the student. It was funny to see her at the new charter school. And it was funny when she said, like, yeah, we got a kick out of it. And everybody started laughing. And she's like, well, what's so funny? Like, girl, you know what's so funny? You kicked the student. Like, but she's in, some anger management classes and she is doing good. Seems to be looking good at the new school. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see more of this charter school. We might see more of the teacher. I don't know. But I'm just wondering, how is this going to look for the public schools with them having a charter school right up the street? And instantly we can see Janine is like blown away of like, I need to make this school better than the charter school. And although she does try, they seem to not really listen to her. So she puts together this whole presentation, and I thought her presentation looked pretty good. I also thought it was pretty funny them having this whole Shark Tank episode. It was hilarious. I said it once and I'll say it again. Mr. Johnson steals the scenes that he is in. Him being one of the judges on the Shark Tank panel and then going around and doing his own presentation, which we never really saw his whole presentation. He had a little, little presentation about, new cleaning supplies and all that stuff, but they didn't let him finish. So it was good to see him completely like take it serious, because he was like, they don't seem like they even want to win. He took it serious, and I love Mr. Johnson for that. Crazy thing though is that Janine actually did win for her presentation on how to use the grant money. But as we quickly see, the school is overrun with mice. They didn't seem like they was rats because they wasn't that big, but it's like, oh, it's always something with this damn school. But I was happy to see the lunch lady and the other lunch man kind of have their little cameo. I think, we seem to forget about how important the nutritional staff is to the school. Their budget is, you think the teacher's working with a shoestring budget, they are working with an even smaller budget. So it was good to see them and to see the lady say, y'all never tried to learn my name. So it was like, she know what it is. But it was good to see that Janine did win the grant money, but things happen, priorities change, so they just gonna do what they can with what they got, which I feel like they always do at this school. The teachers do what they can with so little that they have, and it's always really heartwarming at the end of like, hey, we still gonna do something for the kids. They still was able to pinch a little bit of money to get the lemon ice truck that they got, the water flavored ice. It was good that they finally were able to do something for the students that's like, hey, we might not be able to give them fancy computers and all this expensive stuff, but we can do something. And that scene at the end when Janine is like, she see Greg over there looking all sad, that was the segue that I needed. And that takes me to my second thought. And I'm going to go ahead and just say the quiet part out loud. Greg and Janine is the couple we all are rooting for because as we saw during this episode, Greg is trying to avoid Barbara because he know it is not going good with Taylor. He tired of her ass, which I'm like, yes, be tired of her. I never wanted them together in the first place. But he is trying to avoid Barbara at all costs, and she seems like she's trying to avoid him too. So I was like, does she know something? What is going on? And she finally tells Greg, like, yeah, she says she don't want you no more. You a broke boy. So I was like, yes. So when he was kind of looking all sad at the end, and Janine kind of cheered him up with some little ice cream, I was like, yes, this is the beginning of something very good. Janine and Greg is the couple that we all truly want and need in school. But I kind of don't want them to like rush into anything. I really want them to just settle in being single. We didn't really see Greg have a significant other when he first came to the school teaching. So him and Taylor didn't seem like they were a thing, and it seemed like they only lasted during the summer. So it's like, okay, let's see how Greg is with just being single and listening to Janine. Let's see how Janine is going to be just being single Janine, because as we know, she was with Tariq since like middle school. So it's like I want her to know who she is first before she goes and takes anything serious with Greg. But I am here for that. I am here. I got plenty of time. I want to see Janine take her time, be single, get her finances back in order. I want her to just do her thing, and I want her and Greg to really take their time being together, not even being together, but just being friends, listening to each other. It ain't gotta happen all this season. It ain't even gotta happen all next season. I want them to really take their time with Greg and Janine. So what do y'all think? Are we rooting for Greg and Janine? Because we gotta come up with a name or something for them as a couple. I'm gonna think about it, and I'm gonna come to y'all in the next video with a good little couple name for them. But before you head on out, go ahead and subscribe, drop a like, comment. Let's chat about this show in the comments. What did y'all think? As I said, I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.